give in to the lesser fight. My body aches to be satisfied. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes. I'm reaching out for the easy.
Hey guys, and welcome back. So today's look is an everyday go-to natural look. It is mostly based on golden eyes and easy light skin. So if you want to see how I got this look, just keep watching. So I'm going to start by priming my skin with my Chanel Le Blanc de Chanel. And I'm just going to be applying that all over my face. Then I'm going to take my Maybelline Dream Lumi Under Eye Brightener, and I'm just going to cover up some of those dark circles underneath my eyes and pat it in using my fingers. Next I'm going to be going in with my Charlotte Tilbury The Retoucher Concealer and Treat Stick, and I am in the shade number 1 Fair. And I'm just going to put that underneath my eyes, along my forehead, bridge of the nose, chin, and cheekbone area. And then with a damp beauty blender, I'm just going to blend that all in.
Body aches to be satisfied. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes. I'm reaching out for the easy high. Please fortify this strength of mine.
Next, I'm going to go in with my I can't say that word, with my Secret Brightening Powder by Mercier and my Sigma F35, and I'm just going to set my concealer underneath my eyes, as well as a little bit of that concealer that I put on my forehead, nose, and chin. Then for foundation, I'm going to be using my Jane Iredale Pure Pressed Base. I am in the shade Warm Sienna, and I'm just going to be using their Flat Top Kabuki to blend that in by using buffing motions. I also had a lot of redness on my cheeks from a different face wash I used. I had a bit of a bad reaction to it. So I'm going to go back in with my beauty blender and use that same pressed mineral foundation just to cover that up. And then use a big fluffy brush. This is the Real Techniques powder brush, just to go over top of that. Then I'm going to take my butter bronzer and a Sephora airbrush powder brush, and I'm going to go around the contours of my face just to warm the skin up a bit. And then I'm going to go back in with the Hourglass Radiant Light powder and that same brush, and again just apply that to warm the skin. Next I'm going to go in just with a small dome brush. This one is by Eco Tools, and again going back to that butter bronzer, and I'm just going to do a bit of light contouring on the nose. I don't tend to spend too much time making it perfect, but just to add a little bit of shadow into the nose area. And then back with that big fluffy powder brush just to blend everything in. Next I'm going to go into my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit with the color, what is that? Surreal Glow is what that color is. And I'm just using my Sigma F40 to blend that onto the apples of the cheeks. Next I'm going to go in with the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in Paaarty. This was actually the one that you got for your birthday this year. That and one of their lip paints. I actually really like this blush. It's probably one of my go-to favorites. And then again, just blend that out with a big fluffy brush. Next I'm going to move on to eyes and use my Too Faced Shadow Insurance. And I'm just going to apply that all over my eyelids, and a little bit goes a long way, so try not to use too much when you're doing this. And then just with my fingers to spread on a base, I'm going to use the 24-hour eyeshadow in Bad to the Bronze, and this is by Maybelline. And then I decided to grab a brush, which you'll see in a minute here, just to kind of blend out the edges so that it wasn't so rough. Just from pressing it on with my finger, I found that it blends pretty good, but I wanted it to blend a bit more. So you'll see that I'm going in with a brush now just to help blend that out. And again with my fingers, same thing, just to blend everything out. Now moving on, this is a Chanel eyeshadow. I cannot pronounce it for the life of me. I'm pretty sure it's Emerveille. Either way, it's one of their Illusion d'Ombre eyeshadows. And then I'm just going in with a Dome brush by Sigma, and I'm just going to apply that right over top. Love this eyeshadow. Look at that glow. Just gorgeous. Moving on to highlight, I am going to be using the Laura Mercier highlight in number 1 and a fan brush. And I'm going to be applying that to the high points of the cheeks, a little bit along the eyebrow bone, above that, tip of the nose, bridge of the nose, and then the cupid's bow. And then I decided to put a little bit of that into the corner of my eye, just using my fingers to press that in, and then awkwardly smashing it back into my eye with that fan brush. Oh, again, look at that glow. Just gratuitous. Now moving on to eyeliner, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Color Tattoo 24-hour crayon in Creamy Chocolate, and I'm just going to be running that along the upper lashes and blending it in again with my fingers. And now moving on to mascara. This is actually my absolute favorite mascara. It is the Double Extend Lash Tubes. I'm pretty sure it's called. Let me see, let me look. Double Extend Beauty Tubes Mascara. So first step, I just went in with a primer, which is step 1. And you just apply a coat of that all over your lashes, and then step 2 is of course the mascara. It forms tubes on your eyelashes, so when you actually wash them off, it comes off, like it looks like little eyelashes, but it's just the mascara coming off. But the reason I love this stuff is because I have pretty oily eyelids, and I find that this doesn't budge at all. I don't want to call it waterproof, but it just has really great staying power, and it's really good too for building lashes and good amounts of volume and length. So highly, highly recommend.
Comes and goes. I'm reaching out for the easy high. Please fortify this strength of mine. My weakness.
Moving on to eyebrows. This is an eyebrow pen by Geisha Ink. It's in the color Light Hair. Now, as you can tell, my eyebrows are tattooed on. They're probably about a year and a half old, so they're starting to fade in a few spots. So I like to go in and just draw, basically just line them back in, fill them back in. But this is another must-have item if you need a good multi-purpose, universal, perfect, really just the best eyebrow pen in the entire world. This would be definitely it. And I'm just going to use a spoolie and just push all my hair up, or brush it up, I guess not push it up, brush it up. And yes, I do draw on my freckles. I would love to get them tattooed on, honestly, but ironically enough, on my Facebook feed, there was like a little video or pictures, whatever, about people who'd had it done, and it was terrifying. So maybe I'll just continue to draw them on. But I'm doing that with, again, that eyebrow pen that I had by Geisha Ink. I'm just going over top of the bridge of my nose and just sticking close to kind of the apples of the cheeks and just drawing freckles, really. And then I decided to also go in, I can't remember which one this is, I think it's by L'Oreal, but it is one of their eyebrow pencils, so I thought I'd put a couple bigger ones in there. And now I'm going in with a beauty sponge and it's just really important to go back over. It kind of helps blend everything out, and then just making sure that with my finger that everything looks good. And finishing with another Jane Iredale product. This is just a finishing hydration spray that I'm going to spray all over my face. And can't forget lip gloss. This is Posy by Benefit. So that's the look, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Love y'all so much, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.